Yeah, so Mrs. Alkins, she was real, you know what I'm saying? Her name ended up becoming Mrs. Gyro. She taught me how to, you know, uh, do the alphabets, you know. Taught me a whole bunch of different things that, you know, help me right now to this day. You know, taught me about the dinosaurs, took me to the museum, showed me the different, you know, dinosaur, the T-Rex, the long neck, you know, Brontosaurus Rex, the pterodactyl, you know, a whole bunch of different stuff about that. A lot of people don't realize the Bible, you know, speaks about those creatures. They say, what dinosaurs got to do with anything? Dinosaurs is in the scriptures. Have you ever heard of Leviathan? He's a dragon. You know, he's in there. Check him out. Talks about Leviathan when Job was being questioned by the Most High. But basically, living in Pittsburgh was not a walk in the park. And I understand, you know, it's places on this earth that makes Pittsburgh look like Candyland. But, you know, what's Candyland to you can be, you know, Jurassic Park to the next person. You know what I'm saying? You might come from somewhere that's a lot harder, but then it might not be so hard depending on who you are as far as your bloodline. Your family can be running everything, you feel me? Making things easier for you. And I already know how that is. But the reason why I took off that black and white, because I want to move a little forward, you know. I end up bouncing around from, you know, different schools, and then eventually I end up back at Highlands, where I started in the 5th grade. I went from Village all the way up to the 3rd grade, and then I ended up going to Stoneman. Stoneman was a new school, and, you know, new teachers, and had a teacher, I can't remember her name, but Stoneman was right across the street from Central. My brother was going there. I couldn't wait to go to Central. Central was a school for all the rejects, you know. And it was like, if you can go to Central, then, you know, you hard, you know. It was, you know, gang banging, the North Daniels, and versus the brothers, and Central versus Hillview, and it was, you know, funk, you know. Me, I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, a fighting type. Not even right now to this day. I don't like to fight. But I did want to go to Central. I didn't want to go to Hillview. I wanted to be with all my friends from, like, Pittsburgh, you know, downtown Pittsburgh, from El Pueblo, from Parkside. You know, that's where I wanted to be. And we ended up moving, you know, from them areas after we stayed with, you know, different people in the family. And my mom finally got another spot uptown Pittsburgh, so we stayed uptown. And we took everything we did downtown, El Pueblo and Parkside in the mid, all the way up to uptown Pittsburgh, you know, with the mattresses in the backyard, backflips, dressing up, playing ninja, putting ninja masks on with our t-shirts, and you know, putting toothpaste in people mirrors, and really tearing up the neighborhood. Had the little white kids going crazy doing everything we do, catching bumblebees, and I was calling them king bees and all that, because that's what I was taught when we were standing on the block. We'd catch them in the glass jars and snap the top on it and twist it and poke holes in the top of it, and we have big old bees and spiders and all that. My nephew do it now. I'll be like, boy, you don't need to be messing with them spiders. Leave them things alone. I can't tell him nothing because they couldn't tell me nothing, But it's funny though how time just goes on and on and on, and history just repeats itself. I was speaking to this Buddhist today, and he was saying that he believed in, karma and dharma. I really didn't understand dharma, but I understood karma. Dharma sound the same as karma, but basically it was, saying that he believed in, what is it? I believe in resurrection. He believed in, darn it, I cannot think of the word at this moment. Reincarnation. And I believe in resurrection. And he was saying basically how karma and dharma work is, if someone does something to you in this life, maybe you did something to them in a past life, so you got to be willing to forgive that person so you can break out of that circle and come up out of that, you know what I'm saying? And I said, well, I can understand that, but I really don't follow too much on the whole little thing about, being born another creature or another human. I only believe that you are who you are, and that you're gonna be that until your time is totally done away with. Truly, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in all of that, but I listen. I don't knock them. For some reason, I have always told myself I believe all religions have the truth in it somewhere, and it's scattered, and we gotta just pull in the right way, you know what I'm saying, that the Most High want us to be. And that's why I don't knock nothing without taking it in and getting the ear of it, like Yehoshua said, he who has an ear, let him hear, I want to have ears to hear the truth, but I can't hear the truth if I'm, too busy, stuck on, what I believe. So I listen to what other people believe, and then I tell them what's really real, what the scriptures say, where everybody even, get the belief system from. It all started with the Holy Scriptures. Now, let's be, correct though. Religion didn't start with the Holy Scriptures, even though religion goes back further than a lot of different ways of life, because Babylon had the first religion, and Egypt picked it up, and it goes on. But yeah, I'm just hitting y'all up with something, so let that be a little food for thought. Get at me. This Yazillion, always gonna represent the word and the truth. No one can turn me from it. And that's it, and that's all it is, and gonna be. Shalom.